No one's coming to save you. You can lose everything: your job, your savings, your status, even your closest relationships. But the one thing that can't be taken, the one thing that defines your survival in this world is you. Your mindset, your skills, your discipline, your character. And if that version of you is broke, lazy, undisciplined and soft, that's not bad luck. That's a failure to invest in yourself. This video is a wake-up call, because while most people throw money at distractions, chase dopamine or wait for a miracle, the rare few, the disciplined, dangerous, driven few, invest inward. They know you are the asset. Not your car, not your crypto, not your job title. And if you don't build yourself like you'd build $1 million portfolio, you'll stay broke mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. Stick around to the end, because I'm going to share one uncomfortable truth about why most people never level up. And it'll either piss you off or light a fire in you. Comfort is a slow death. Let's get something straight. Comfort isn't peace. It isn't happiness. It's not the goal. Comfort is a sedative, a slow drip poison that dulls your ambition and buries your potential under layers of distraction, cheap dopamine, and justification. Here's the thing about comfort. It feels good now, but it costs you everything later. I remember a guy I worked with years ago. Smart dude, talented, charismatic. Every time we'd talk, he'd say the same thing. Yeah, I'm going to start that business. I've been thinking about hitting the gym again. I'm just waiting for the right time. 5 years went by. Same guy, same job, same excuses. His body, out of shape. His mindset, negative. His relationships, shallow. You know what he told me last time we caught up? I don't even know who I am anymore. That's what comfort does to you. It doesn't just steal your goals, it erases your identity. Comfort kills slowly. So slowly, you don't even notice. It's skipping one workout, then two, then convincing yourself that you don't really need it. It's settling for just okay in your job, your body, your relationship, because at least it's not worse. But deep down, your soul is screaming for more. And every day you ignore that voice. It gets quieter until one day, it's gone. That's the moment you've flatlined without even realizing it. If you feel restless, if you feel like you're meant for more, but you're stuck in the same damn place, it's not because life's unfair. It's because you stopped moving. You traded discomfort for decay. And now your soul is rotting in a prison you built with your own choices. But here's the good news. If you built the prison, you can tear it down. And it starts with this: choosing pain on purpose. Pain is not the enemy, it's the process. The return on self-worth. Let's talk about ROI, return on investment. Not in stocks, not in crypto, not in real estate. I'm talking about the only asset that truly determines your outcome in this life: you. Most people pour their money into distractions. New phones, new gear, weekend benders, subscriptions they don't even use. But when it comes to investing in themselves, books, courses, coaches, gym memberships, it's too expensive. And that's the mindset that keeps them broke. Let me tell you a story. Another guy I know, blue-collar background, barely passed high school, used to spend every weekend at the pub. One year, he made a decision. He stopped drinking, bought one book a month, watched one business podcast every night after work, started journaling, started lifting. People laughed at first, said he was trying too hard. That same guy now owns 3 businesses, runs marathons, and has a waiting list for his mentorship. You know why? Because he understood something most men never do. Your value to the world will never exceed your investment in yourself. Let me give it to you straight. You want people to respect you. Respect yourself first. You want a partner who sees your worth. Know your own value. You want to make money? Become the kind of man who earns it without begging for it. Self-worth is not a feeling. It's not built from compliments or likes. It's built through action, through repetition, through mastery. You want confidence? Stop looking in the mirror for it. Build it, earn it. Every workout, every chapter read, every time you do the hard thing when no one else is watching. That's the return. Not just in money, not just in fitness, in how you carry yourself, in how people respond to you, in how you sleep at night knowing you're becoming a man worth following. And here's the kicker. The world will only invest in you after you've invested in yourself. You'll never attract high-value opportunities, people, or wealth until you become high value. The trap of outward success. We live in a world obsessed with aesthetics. It's all about appearances. The watch, the car, the motivational captions, the perfect angles, the illusion of success without the substance. And you know what? It works temporarily. People buy into it. You might even start to believe it yourself. But here's the truth. No one's posting. Outward success means nothing if the man behind it is hollow. I've seen it up close, guys who look like they're killing it. They've got the Rolex, the designer clothes, the 6-figure job, but behind closed doors, they're depressed, overweight, addicted to validation, terrified of being exposed as a fraud. They bought everything except themselves. Let me paint it clearer. Imagine a man standing in front of a mansion. It's pristine, gates, pool, imported marble. Now imagine that same man standing there barefoot, with no shirt, no muscle, no purpose, no spine, but holding the deed like it means something. That's how most people operate. They build the outside first, hoping it'll fix the inside. It never does. Because prestige isn't something you can fake. It's not in the watch, it's in the wrist that earned it. It's not in the car, it's in the discipline that made affording it effortless. It's not in the flex, it's in the foundation. True success is built from the inside out. And here's the kicker. If you skip the inner work, life will eventually expose you. And that's not something you want to face when the cameras are off and the lights go out. So ask yourself, are you building a brand or becoming a man? Are you stacking trophies or stacking character? Are you playing the surface game or are you going deep? Because in the long run, the world doesn't follow what's shiny, it follows what's solid. Quick break. If this has hit you so far, and you know you've been playing small, then do yourself one simple favour. Like the video, comment below, subscribe. Not for me, for you. For the version of you that's ready to step up and stop playing defense in life. Write this in the comments if you're serious. I am the asset. Let's see who's really in the arena. Time is your ultimate leverage. Let's get real about time. Not in a motivational quote kind of way. I'm talking about the cold, brutal math of your life. There are 24 hours in a day. That's 1,440 minutes. Same for you, same for billionaires, same for every savage and every slacker. But here's the difference. The people at the top, they weaponize their time. The people at the bottom, they waste it like it's infinite. You know, the guy who says he doesn't have time to read, learn, train, or start something new? He's the same guy who's 4 seasons deep into another show. The same guy who's posted 50 stories this week, but hasn't worked on himself for 15 minutes. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you sat down for an hour, no distractions, and just invested in your mind? Not scrolled, not consumed, not reacted, actually invested. Read something, learned a skill, journaled, strategized, did the deep, uncomfortable, unsexy work. That's what separates a man with leverage from a man with excuses. Because time is the great equalizer. And if you're not using it to build, you're using it to bleed. Here's a truth you might not like. Every minute you waste, someone else is using that same minute to outgrow you. Someone else is learning faster, training harder, networking deeper, leveling up while you scroll. You think you're stuck? No, you're just poorly invested. You've put all your time into comfort, entertainment, and instant gratification. And you're shocked you haven't changed? Let me break this down clearly. An hour a day reading is 365 hours a year. That's the equivalent of reading over 30 books. An hour a day building a side hustle is 365 hours, a full-time month's worth of work. An hour a day training your body is 365 hours of earning your confidence. Time is either your weapon or your weakness. You don't need more hours, you need more ownership. So ask yourself, if I tracked every minute of your day like a bank statement, would I see investment or would I see indulgence? Because what you do with your time reveals who you are becoming. Pain now or pain later. This might be the most important part in this entire video, because here's the non-negotiable truth about life. You are going to suffer either way. The question is, will it be the pain of growth or the pain of regret? Most people spend their entire lives trying to avoid pain, but pain isn't optional. Pain is guaranteed. Wake up early, that's pain. Stay broke and hate your life, that's pain. Push through a brutal workout, pain. Watch your health deteriorate while you numb out on junk food, pain. Take risks and face failure, pain. Never try and wonder what if until you die, pain. Pick your poison. Let me tell you a quick story. There was a man who wanted to get in shape. He was tired of feeling sluggish, insecure, ashamed. So he made a choice. Every day, 6 a.m, he'd show up at the gym, whether raining, hot, sore or tired. The first month, he hated it. Second month, still hard, but he started to feel different. By the third month, his body changed. His posture changed. His confidence showed up before he even spoke. Another man, same age, same struggle, but he chose sleep, chose takeout, chose comfort. 5 years later, he's overweight, tired all the time, no drive, full of excuses, and worst of all, he looks at the man he could have become with resentment. That second man paid the price, not in effort, but in regret. And that regret, that's a lifetime tax on cowardice. So, I'll say it again, you are going to suffer. The universe is not asking if it's asking how. Suffer for the next 12 months building yourself into a beast, or suffer for the next 12 years wondering why no one takes you seriously. Pain is the price of admission for a life worth living. So stop asking for a discount. Start paying in sweat, in sacrifice, in consistency, and you'll stop paying in shame. Why most men never level up. Here it is. The truth that'll either make you rage or make you rise. Most men stay average because they're afraid of killing their current identity. That's it. That's the monster in the mirror. You're not lazy. You're not unlucky. You're not ready. You're addicted to who you've always been. Because stepping into the man you're meant to be means leaving behind the man you've been protecting for years. And that's terrifying. It means letting go of the victim story. It means cutting off the weak friendships. It means admitting that your old self wasn't enough. It means standing naked in the mirror and saying, I built this life. I chose this mediocrity. I tolerated this version of myself. And that kind of accountability, it's rare, it's brutal, it's powerful, but it's also the gateway to real change. Here's a metaphor. Imagine you're carrying around a duffel bag full of bricks. It's heavy, slows you down, hurts your back. But you've carried it so long, you don't know life without it. And when someone tells you to let it go, you flinch, because the pain has become your identity. That's most men, holding on to old habits, old stories, old excuses, like heirlooms. But to level up, you have to drop the bag. You have to kill the old you. That version of you who quits when it's hard, dead. That version of you who scrolls for hours while your goals rot, dead. That version who's waiting for motivation, permission, or perfect timing, bury him. Because the man you're becoming, he doesn't need permission. He doesn't wait. He builds. He chooses discomfort. He invests in his mind, his body, his purpose, daily. That's why self-investment isn't just smart. It's sacred. It's the ritual of becoming who you were always meant to be. So the only real question left is this. Are you ready to kill who you were, to become who you need to be? Let's bring it home. You are the asset, not your bank balance, not your resume, not your social media. And like any asset, if you don't feed it, grow it, and protect it, it depreciates. Self-investment isn't optional. It's your foundation. Time, energy, money, allocate it like your life depends on it, because it does. Discomfort isn't the enemy, it's the path. Pain is the cost. Greatness is the reward. If you've made it this far, you're not average. So don't act like it.